How's it going, dirty oars? I hope you like chocolate milk because we're in it today. So are the flatheads. We're out here looking for them. I got two buddies. They're gonna come meet me. We're gonna fish all night, most of the day tomorrow. Hopefully we can get them. I've got some goodies in here. Let me unplug this for you. The water's a little muddy, but inside there we have some bluegill, green sunfish, and creek chubs. And they're lively, so if nothing else, we should be able to catch a channel cat, but we'll see. The water's flowing, and I don't have any baits in the water. Don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start casting out, and if I get any bites, I'll let you know. Alright, so I got a bait out, and I casted that bait right in front of this log right here. It's about right in that area, and you always want to cast upstream of the log jam, and what that allows is, you know, that smell, the vibrations are going to carry downstream, and a lot of times those flatheads will sit right at the tip of the logs facing upstream, waiting for, you know, bait fish, bluegills, or, you know, just injured fish to come down through that current. And this is a log right here, and you can see some other sticks poking out right here. What that tells me is there's more underneath this water than just this log and that stick, because this is not floating, this is sitting on top of something, and it's rather deep, probably 5 foot, 6 foot maybe. So I know there's a lot of sticks throughout here, and with this high water, it's only going to carry more sticks downriver and get stuck here, and this would be a nice place for a flathead to, you know, get a break from that current and hang up in this debris. So we'll see what happens in this spot. If I start getting them bites, well, you'll see it too, because I'll turn on the camera and start videotaping it. Hopefully I saw that rod tip move, but I think it's just because we're kind of drifting away from this log. So yeah, that's what's happening. But yeah, we will catch it together. I'll prop you up against the cooler, and it won't be the best video, but it will be a video nonetheless, so stay tuned. Now, while we just kind of sit here and wait for a bite, I do want to say that when the water's high, you have to be careful. You know, it doesn't look like it's moving too fast up in this area, but you get caught in it the wrong way, it could flip you. It could hit you up against the tree and cause you to, you know, off balance yourself, and once you start tipping, that water's gonna push you under. You gotta respect the river, and the river never respects you, so remember that. If it was any higher than this and the water was flowing a lot faster, I would not be out here, but I paddled upstream with really no problem at all, so I know that, you know, it's not super safe. I don't recommend you going out on a canoe in high water, or on any boat, period, on high water in a river. But if you do, be careful, always wear a life jacket, and just prepare yourself to flip. You know, keep that in the back of your mind. What are you gonna do? Where you're gonna go? And if I flip right now, I'm gonna hold on to that log, you know? So be careful, be safe, and have fun. My buddies met me here. There's Frankie, Hunter's right there. Oh, we're just kind of fishing the edge of this current seam. Current's right in the middle here, going this way. It's all calm water, slack water right through here. I'm casted maybe 2-3 feet in front of my canoe. He's on the other side of the river fishing that slack water right through there, right in front of his canoe, right in there. And then he's fishing right in front of him. I'm gonna go out in here. Don't have to cast far. You know, when the river's high, these catfish are gonna be in the slack water. Even if you can't see logs, they might just be chilling in the slack water, not moving a whole lot. So we'll see what happens. And if we get a bite, I'll bring you along for that. All right, so we moved spots again. There's a nice log jam here. It's pretty fast current going up into it. It's on a river bend here. That current's going around, hugging that side of the bank, and going straight into the log jam. So it's pretty fast moving water. I don't really know if any flatheads would be hiding in that or any channel cats, but I'm casted right in front of it. He's casted right over here, and then Hunter's in the back casting at that slack water, that log right there. And I think that's going to be the best spot. That's going to offer the best, potential in holding a catfish, since it's slower moving water in this front side. And a lot of times, like I was saying, you want the front side, but when it's moving this fast, I think they're going to be in the back where Hunter's casted. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm wrong and there's one up front, but I don't know. If Hunter gets a bite, he's right behind Frankie, behind that little tree right here, so he's kind of hard to see. I won't be able to videotape it super well, but I am getting a bite on this rod. I only have one rod out right now, and it was moving just a little bit. It wasn't the current, it was bouncing fast, kind of like a channel cat bite. But if I end up getting one, I will prop my phone up, videotape it, whatever. And same with, Frankie. If Frankie ends up hooking one, I'll prop that up and get it going. See, that's what I'm talking about right there, the jerking move. But if that turns out to be something, you guys would be there along with me, reeling in a giant, hopefully. And yeah, let's see what happens. Maybe not the best spot we've had, but same thing here, slack water. I just had a big bite on this guy. We might be in some catfish territory here. As I was saying though, don't mind the clicking, I have the bail open with the clicker on. But slack water, and trying to get that. I'm excited for that. I think that's a bite. I really do think that's a bite. I'm getting excited. But slack water here, you can see how deep it is. Trees underwater. I'm anchored to a tree in the water, just right off the bank. I mean, it's 2.5 feet here. Pretty deep, considering that this used to be the bank right here. Great spot for a flathead to hang out, chill, wait for tired bait fish swimming along that current to come here. And bait fish are gonna hang out, flathead's gonna hang out. Pretty much anything in the river is gonna be hanging out of the current. So you find slow moving water, good spot. So whatever was biting it seems to be gone. Okay, I guess not. As soon as I said that, I think he has it in his mouth right now. Don't know what to do. Whatever it is still there. As soon as I said something too, it just pulled line. Let's hope it takes it. Let's hope it wants it. Could be a channel, could be a flathead. I'm really hoping it's a flatty daddy, but who knows? It's hard to say. But we got Frankie on the other side of the river, fishing the slow moving water around there. That's a pretty good spot as well, because we got that tree down right here, and that's creating slow water in front of it, fast water behind it. There's some slack water on the other side where my friend Hunter's fishing right now. He's back here. Don't know if I can see him. He's right there. Yeah, we will see what happens. I hear some deer behind me. Don't know if you can see them. I can't see them. Yeah, I don't know, but I heard something behind me. That line is slack. I probably won't be able to see the line on here, but that line isn't super tight. It is moving though. Oh, my rod just moved. So I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know if I should reel it in. I really don't. But whatever's happening, it's a bite. I know that for a fact. Yeah, you see that? I just have a little tiny green sunfish on, smaller than my palm, you know, and that thing was kicking around, moving a lot, and I have a rattle on, you know, the cheap 2-ball rattles. So anything to help get their attention in this muddy chocolate milk water, it really helps. I really hope that's a fish, you know, make this video a little bit more interesting, but we'll see. It is still moving. Yeah, check that out. I'll zoom in on my rod tip here. Watch it for a second. It's moving. Is that a bite or is that just the bait freaking out? I mean, it's hard to tell, but we'll see how it goes. We'll keep pulling off in this slack water and hopefully catch a big flathead, because this is where they're going to be. With this high water, I know they're in this slow moving water. I don't want to say that too many times because it gets annoying, but I do know they're here. It's just a matter of going to get it hooked on. And we got something on. I mean, it's small enough a little channel cat can fit it in its mouth, so I'm not super excited. My rod's not doing anything super exciting right now. If it does anything more, I will, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep the video rolling. Drain my battery. Good thing I brought a portable phone charger. So one thing about this river is it runs into a lake, and they put a dam in and they flooded the lake to, you know, create the lake. So it's not a very deep lake. It's probably about 3 foot or so. It's pretty shallow. People catch, you know, huge flatheads in that lake, and I know they're in the river. They have to be in the river. Where else do they come from? So we're out here in the river looking for them, and I've been looking for them, been hunting flatheads for over 2 years now, and I haven't caught one. I'm hoping this year is different. I'm not giving up. You know, you don't fail unless you give up. You know, every day I come home skunked, I go out the next weekend and I do it all over again, and I'm going to keep doing that until I catch one. And even after I catch one, I'm still going to come out here, still going to fish for them. I just love being out here. It's peaceful. The river moving is just peaceful. I love watching it. I love being out here and seeing animals that you usually don't see. You know, and there's nothing like this. There really isn't a whole lot like this. Our camp is only about a half mile, quarter mile upriver. We got 2 more bends and then we're at camp. This camping spot is what I think a perfect spot. It's on a bend. Right before we bend, there's a creek that runs into the water. It widens up right there, and then there's a whole bunch of log jams, and it's scattered with timber, and that's another great spot for a flathead to be. That rod is bending a lot, but I would imagine that there would be a flathead right there in those logs, so that's why we're camping there. Either bank fish or get out in the canoes and, you know, try it. If we're not getting anything there, we'll probably paddle farther upriver. We might even come down here because I'm getting some bites here, so we might come back here. I don't know, come up with a more detailed plan when it gets there. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. It's fun. Hopefully next weekend the weather holds up and I can do it all over again. Even if I catch one today, I'm still gonna come out next weekend and do this again. So yeah. Okay guys, so I just pulled in this rod and looked at my sunfish and something had him. The hook hole was, I mean, that long on his back. He's still kicking though. He's still breathing, feisty. So I recast him just a tad bit farther. It's hard to tell if that's a bite or if that's just him kicking. But I did have a bite on this rod. This one here has a creek chub on it. That guy, I think I already told you this, but he's casted right out in here. That should be a good spot because that stump right there, pretty slow water. So I don't know, probably wait here 5 more minutes, see what happens, and keep on keeping on. So I get excited every time I hear a clicker. I know it's nothing, but I don't know, that didn't look like nothing. That looked like something. But the thing with creek chubs, so what I found out, just using them, watching them, a lot of times they like to just kind of sit on the bottom, not really move a whole lot. I guess if there's a fish swimming by, they would probably freak out, but yeah, I don't know, they just kind of sit still quite a bit. This sunfish seems like it's a lot better bait, a lot better of an option than a creek chub. It's lively, it has the hook ripped probably 1/4 of an inch down its back, probably not that much, but the hole is pretty long, and he's still kicking, so he's a tough little guy. So the fish just jumped right there. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if the phone was pointed that way. Nobody's caught one. Frankie or Hunter hasn't caught one. Frankie said he hasn't even had a bite, so I don't know about Hunter. He's kind of too far to talk to right now. But when you're with friends, this is probably the best thing you can do, is to split up. Each cover, different sections of the river. And the way we're set up right now, it's pretty perfect, because I'm on this side, he's on this side, and then he's on this side, kind of, staggered. And that's great, because if they're not here in this slack water, this current goes this way, hits that bank, slack water on both sides here. So there's like a section, and oh, what was that? I don't know. Section of slack water here, and then it hits the bank like right here, and then it kind of turns that way and goes that way, slack water where Hunter is over there. So good setups equals good fish most of the time, and this time it seems like it's not. So we might end up heading back up the river. There's a little bait fish right there. If there's bait fish here, there could be predator fish. Who knows? And fishing is kind of one of those things that you never really truly know what's down there, especially when the water's muddy. You can't really see too well. That'd be awesome if something came up and ate that minnow. I think it's a shad, but yeah, I don't know. I'm getting ready to go find a new spot. Probably just some slack water again, because we had some bites here. And if we can duplicate that and maybe get a hookup, that would be even better. I'll get at you when I'm in a new spot. Bet you can guess where I am. Slack water. Got a log here. They're fishing this. He's casting up in here. He's casting, I think he just casted right in front of him. I can only fish one rod here, just the way I'm kind of tied on. My canoe's angled into the bank here, so I'm not fishing this left rod, only the right rod. And I casted it, right on that current. So actually not quite on the current, kind of in the middle here, but I don't know. we'll see. I mean, it's not too deep here. It was about 3 foot, 4 foot, and that's all you need to hold a fish. So yeah, maybe we can get hooked up. I don't know, but yeah, it was supposed to rain today. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. Overcast, clouds. Can't see the sun, and sometimes that's the best time to catch them. Overcast days. Tonight is a waxing gibbous, I believe, moon, and I believe that's a bright moon. I don't know my moons that well, but I read online that they eat the best on dark moons. When it's darker outside, they eat more active. And with this cloud covered, they should be active. They won't be able to see as much. They should be active. And I don't know if the muddy water has a factor to play in that, because that light won't go all the way down the bottom. So it would be dark in the river because of the mud. So I don't know. It might play a factor too, but I do know that the muddier the river, the harder it is for them to see. I don't think they see that well. I think they focus more on smell. Who knows, maybe the mud drowns out some of the smell, but I don't know. Rod's moving. Bait's freaking out. Got the same thing that happened last time. It would result in nothing. We gotta stay positive out here. It's easy to say, oh, I won't catch nothing. You gotta stay positive. You gotta keep trying until you do. You never know, that one spot might be the spot. So I'll let you know if I catch one. If anyone catches one, I'll videotape it, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get hooked up here, or hopefully Frankie or Hunter can get hooked up. I just want to see a fish. Doesn't matter what it is, channel cat, flathead, carp, I don't care. So I'll get back at you. Hey, what's up? We're gonna try and catch some cut bait. We're gonna try and get some shad. I've got my cast net here. This is just a little 4-foot cast net. These are great to learn how to throw them. You get an 8-foot cast net. It's a little bit too much for a beginner, so I'm just gonna kind of cast in here. This is a little creek mouth here, and the current's out that way. So I'm thinking those shad would come in here in the slack water, just like anything else wants to get out of the current. So I'm just gonna throw around in here and see what happens. I'm gonna step in the water just a little bit so I can get to the net just a little bit farther. You want to let it sink all the way to the bottom before you pull it. I usually pull it fast on the initial pull, just to make sure the weight's closed all the way. We didn't get anything on that throw. Try and throw a little bit farther on this throw. I think I lost the weight. I saw something fly off. On my next throw, I'm going to throw it off to the left, I think. I'm going to try and throw it that way. Sink, pull it in. Yep, that's what we're after right there. Those will make excellent cut bait. So I'm going to put them in this minnow bucket here. It doesn't have a live well in it. I'm not going to put them in live well with the other bait just because they die so fast. When you have live bait and they die, it produces ammonia, which kills all the other fish, and you don't want that. So I try to keep my shad separated. Now they might survive in the live well, but I don't want to take the chance since we're out here all night. So you're gonna keep them in this, and if they die, cut bait. So, and the reason why we want cut bait is because it smells, and the smell is going to attract the fish as well as the live bait. So we're going to see if we can get more. The more of that size would be perfect. I just threw it in the same spot. Hopefully there's a big school right there. Yeah, we got 3 more, I think. So I'm just gonna keep casting there until I don't catch them anymore. Another thing with these is when you touch them, their scales fall off. And I think that's another reason they die so fast. I'm just gonna leave that bucket there so it's easier. I think I'm hitting the edge of the school, so I'm going to try throwing more to the left. If I don't get any, I'm going to throw a little bit more to the right. Let it sink, pull it in. Makes it hard when my canoe's in the way. Yeah, so that one I didn't get any, so I'm going to throw it a little bit more to the right. Try and get the whole school. A great way to practice throwing a cast net is just go out in the yard and throw it in the yard. It's a great way to practice. Gonna throw it a couple more times and should have enough cut bait for a little while, and once we run out of that we can always throw the cast net again. We can end it. We got camp set up, got some hammocks. My hammock is the green one that Frankie's sitting in. His is the blue one. His is right in front of mine. And then this one's Hunter's. He's got the bug net set up over his. And then working on a fire here. I guess Hunter's working on a fire here. I'm gonna cook, not cook, boil some coffee and head out on the boats and see if we can't catch a flatty daddy. The river's right back here. It's not too far from camp. We're gonna, if we go to bed tonight, I don't think we will, but if we do, we're gonna put our rods right here on the bank here and cast out this way, and hopefully we get something, because I mean there's logs all the way through here, so I don't see why we won't. And the river's not really flowing all that bad right here. This is all kind of slack water. The current's not too strong on this bend, so yeah, hopefully we get something. Make this video a little bit more interesting, but the fire's looking a little bit better. Bigger flame. Oh, it went out. There it goes. All right, well, I'll get back to you when we get back on the water and get set up. So my buddy Hunter has a cool little fire starting tip for us. I'll let him explain it.
What I do is I take some fat wood you get from a pine tree and you put it in a microwave on like a glass dish, whatever, you know, and it makes the sap come out.
Let's see if we can see the sap there. It's kind of hard to see. I'll hold it away from the light maybe. You can kind of see the shininess to the wood. The sap is on the surface of the wood. You can kind of see it right there.
What is it?
Got a big beetle flying on you.
No, that's a
there it
yellow
is.
jacket, dude.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That's a beetle.
No, that's a fucking yellow jacket. I'm good.
What? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Are you serious?
I swear.
At night?
But anyway,
We're in the middle of a nest.
Maybe. Once it gets going, I'm sure it just
yeah.
keeps going. It's like a little candle. Smells good. Wave it around, see if it goes out. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a
Oh my
yellow
god,
jacket.
yeah. Oh my god.
Turn
That
the
is.
light off.
Okay,
Ooh, that
it's
was really
going.
hot on the thumb tip.
So we just made coffee because we're getting kind of sleepy and we're about to head out on the river again. And this is my coffee setup. We boiled some water here. I bought this little guy on Amazon. It's only like $5, I believe. And it's silicone and it collapses. And then you buy these type of filters for it. I don't know how well you can see those. But then you just scoop some coffee in it, boil water, put this over a cup and just dump it in like this. And it gives you pretty good coffee. And it's all small and compact. And it can carry this stuff anywhere. It doesn't really weigh a whole lot. So yeah, it's pretty good. And coffee comes out nice and black. So can't complain about that. That's good. Good. Alright, so I'm going to make Frankie a tie down for his kayak so you don't have to use an anchor or bring an anchor with you because anchors are heavy and you have all that extra line that you could get tangled up in. So what you need is some paracord or any line really, and you just tie little loops all the way down it. So you just want to make a loop and then you want to just tie a regular overhand knot, and only one knot is good. You don't need to make it too fancy. You want to make sure the loop's kind of big though. That one's kind of small, so I'm going to restart that one. Let me get that. Make the loop a little bit bigger than you think you need, and then just tie it down on itself. And you have one loop just like that, and then you do that about 6 inches or a foot down, and then you make another loop, and then you do this all the way down until you have, I don't know, a good stretch of line long enough to where you can wrap it around logs, wrap it around a tree, and just anchor yourself. It's real fast and easy. And then you need 2 carabiner clips. You know, clip this side, clip this on your boat, and then you have another clip on another loop, and when you wrap it around, it makes a nice tight anchor. You just want to make sure whatever you're tying yourself to is sturdy. You don't want to drift away with whatever you tied yourself to. But yeah, just keep making loops. And it doesn't have to be perfect. They can be a little bit farther apart. And if you pull up somewhere and you need to tie another loop, you can always tie another loop, or you can always take a loop out. It's just fast, easy, and cheap. This works well for smaller rivers where you can cast all the way across the river. And bigger rivers, if you want to fish like the middle of it, maybe then you'd need an anchor. But for small rivers like this, it works perfectly. Hunter uses it. How does it work for you, Hunter?
I love it. Works pretty well. Reaching right where I need to be.
Yeah. Where you need to be is where the fish are. So like this loop's a little bit bigger than this one. That's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. But you get the gist. just tie loops all the way down, and then wherever your ending point is, you just cut the line, and then you end the line with a loop. So there would be loops on both ends. Just keep tying loops. It doesn't have to be crazy long, because usually when you tie down, you want to be as tight as possible. So I'd say one more loop and we're good. So what I'm gonna do is take my knife and cut it about here, and then end of the line, just make a loop. That loop's kind of small, but it'll work. Yeah, so that's it. Just a line with loops, and then you have 2 carabiner clips. Clip this onto your kayak. Say if this is the kayak you clip it on, wrap it around a log like that, and then clip it on, or you can clip it on this loop or this loop, it doesn't matter. You got tons of loops. Okay. Frankie here how to throw the cast net, and he caught a baby bowfin, I believe. I believe that's what it is. Let me see. It's got it's about as long as my finger. But yeah, it's a baby bowfin. That's pretty neat. Obviously we're not gonna keep it. We're gonna let him go. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. I didn't know there was bowfin in here. Makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna release him. But yeah, I'll hold him in the water so you can see him a little bit better. I believe that's a bowfin. If you guys know, let me know. I don't think there's snakeheads in Ohio, but it could be that too. I don't know what snakeheads really look like. Oh, he's gone. Yep, okay, he's gone.
He's right there. He's right there.
Oh, okay, no, he's right here.
And a spider.
Oh, there's a spider too. But yeah, I believe that's a baby bowfin. That's pretty sweet. I will release this guy over here where it's deep. I don't think you can keep these in a cast net, so we're just gonna put him back. But yeah, Frankie, I mean, he's throwing dang near perfect circles in that cast net. Me and Hunter were trying to give him some pointers, and he's getting the hang of it fast. So we're about to get out on the river. We have probably more bait than we need. Live bait and cut bait. We got tons of shad. Wasn't videotaping it, probably should have, but we got some chunky guys. I mean, big ones. So I got a whole bucket full of it. So that's flathead candy, channel cat candy, anything candy really, except for me. I don't know if I'd eat those. So I'll get back at you when we get out on the river and get anchored. Wish us luck. Hunter just hooked up on a catfish here. I don't know what all you can see, but there it is. Heck yeah.
Okay.
That's the first fish of the night. Heck yeah, it looks like a channel cat. It could be wrong. He's right across the river from me. Frankie's right here with me. Frankie was having a little bit of bites. Some bites. But yeah, not bad. Got the skunk out of the boat, out of the trip, so.
I'm telling you that my line's floating in the
Yeah.
river.
Stay tuned. We're gonna catch a whole bunch more. That's just the start of it. Hunter's tearing it up over there. He hooked into another one. I don't know if you can hear him, but he just said it's pulling hard.
Yeah.
It is tangled up in his other line.
I might need a net. I need a net again.
Can you take my pole?
Yeah. Hey, you're still tied off to me. Hold on. Frankie's gonna go over there and net it for him. Oh, you're good. Should be good. That's gonna fall into the water. Sure.
Not big, but he's fat. Sorry.
How big do you think he is?
3, 4, maybe 5. I don't know. I got a scale. I'll have to weigh it.
Seems like they're biting now. I just had a bite right down here, and he got me tangled up in some logs, so I was able to break the leader free. I got my weight back. I was gotta tie on another leader and hook, probably some rattles. We got a bucket full of shad here. I mean, it's full. They're all dead, but using that as cut bait. That's what Hunter caught his on, was cut shad. Yeah, they're biting now. It's just a matter of time before I catch one or Frankie does. Hunter's the only one catching them. He's tearing them up. Gonna take a video of Hunter's cats. He got a pretty decent salmon right there. Pretty fat. Been eating good.
I'm gonna find out what's inside of that later.
Oh yeah, those are nice. Nice catch.
Thank you.
Hunter just hooked into another one. Oh, his light's shining right at me. He caught this one on chicken liver. Sorry, the glare. I'm trying to. Yeah.
I think I got something. Either you got my line. I got 2. Someone get over here.
Oh shit, he's got 2. He's doubled up.
I got something on my line too.
Frankie might have one too. Everyone's catching one but me. What the heck?
No, Frankie got one on my face. Yeah, I was trying to think.
Okay, so Frankie got tangled in one of his lines, in Hunter's lines. So we got that going on. Frankie's got one. He's over there. You can't see him through the trees. There he is. He's drifting downstream. Watch out for logs. He's going to help Hunter. It's better when I'm zoomed in. I was getting a bite, but I guess it decided it wanted theirs, not mine. I'm using the same bait. Cut shad. He's bent up pretty good. I don't know if you can tell. That fish looks like it's right there. Seems like a lot going on right now. You can see the fish. It just got up at the surface. Oh, there it goes. My phone's only at 5%, so I don't know how much longer I can videotape this. I'm gonna end it now just to save some battery. I just got hooked up
Camera angle is awful, but see if we can land this guy. It's just a little guy. Gonna grab it by the leader and pull it in. Yeah, he ain't real big. I don't know if you can tell. Let me get him unhooked and I can hold him up to the camera a little bit better. Get some line out here. He was messing with it for a while, but yeah, he finally came back for it. Hooked him right in the eye. Oh, this. Okay, yep. There he is. A little guy, not too big, but little channel. We're gonna put him on a stringer. I got one, Hunter's got 3 already. Frankie's fish ended up getting off, but he's a little guy. He would eat good though. So yeah, it was fun. Good time. Stay tuned. There's a lot of fish out here and we're gonna catch them. So I'll see you when I get hooked up.
Well, Dirty Oars, I just hooked one again, but he got off. So that's a good sign they're starting to bite. Oh, there's one. He's still on. Gonna take it off clicker. I think he's still on. I'm gonna flip their camera. Let's see if he's on. I don't know what the angle is. I apologize, but we're gonna reel into him. Nah, he's not on. What the heck? Alright, well, we're just gonna cast this back out there and hopefully he comes back, because he might be the same one that got off a second ago. So we'll see. He might come back. And if he does, I'll record again. See you when I get another bite.